VE1 Charlie Alpha, going to begin the net here in a few seconds. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Maritime Fusion Net. Before we get started, do we have any emergency or priority traffic for the net? Okay, this is Victor Echo 1 Charlie Alpha. My name is Robert, and I will be your net controller for tonight's net. This net meets every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Atlantic in the CQ Maritimes Room 60207. The net is open to all amateurs in the Maritime provinces and is scheduled for 1 hour. The net is also being live streamed on my YouTube channel. Just search Rob VE1RMJ. There's also space in there. It's Romeo Oscar Bravo space Victor Echo 1 Romeo Mike Juliet. And that's so everyone can follow the net and participate in the chat room. Tonight, amateurs will be called in by province. When you check in, give us your call sign using proper phonetics, please. After maritime stations are called in, stations from outside the area will have a chance to check in. A reminder that due to a delay in the system, key up for a second or two before transmitting, and keep your PTT button on for a second after your transmission is finished. First, do we have any announcements for the net? Okay. The only we would have here would be next Tuesday is going to be exercise handshake for Nova Scotia and Pete. Okay. We will now move on to any mobile or short time stations only, please. Mobile or short time stations.
Victor Echo 1 Alpha Sierra. Victor Echo 9 Alpha India V9 AI.
Victor Echo 1, Foxtrot Oscar X-Ray, VE1, FOX, short time.
Is there any other short time or mobile stations?
Kilo Foxtrot 4, Whiskey, Lima, Quebec. Kilo Foxtrot 4, Whiskey, Lima, Quebec. Gonna be in and out, no comments today.
Okay, that last station, I just want to confirm it was Kilo Foxtrot 4, Whiskey, Lima, Quebec.
Yes, that is correct. The name is Wes from Dawson Springs, Kentucky.
Okay, Wes, and I think I heard you say no traffic, so thank you for checking in. Hope all's well down there. 7-3. Okay, so we also added VE1FOX to the list as well. So let's go to the top of the list and bring in Victor Echo 1 Alpha Sierra. Terry, come on in.
Evening, Rob. Good evening to those that are waiting to check in, and to the gentlemen from down below the border. You're starting to really get them from a long way. Anyway, I'll make it quick, just getting things ready for late fall, clean up, that type of thing. With that, we'll say good evening, and thanks for looking after the net tonight. VE1 Alpha Sierra.
VE1 Alpha Sierra, VE1 Charlie Alpha. Okay, Terry, thanks for the check-in, and you have yourself a great evening, 7-3. Next is Victor Echo 9 Alpha India. Gary, come on in.
VE1CA, Net Control, VE9AI, Gary in Fredericton. Good evening to one and all. We got to go out here in a few minutes, so anyway, busy day, cleaning up after the hurricane. Nothing big, it was all small sticks and leaves, and so I raked the whole place here, and the city's coming by to pick up stuff on Saturday, so I've got it all ready to go. So anyway, ready for the next storm, I guess, whenever that might be. So not too much else, I guess. Just a few other jobs I got to do to get ready for winter outside. So if we get enough sun, maybe tomorrow and Friday. So we'll be ready then. Anyway, everybody have a great week. Catch everybody next week. Back to Net Control, VE9AI.
Oh, VE9AI, VE1CA. Okay, Gary, well, thanks for the check-in, and you have yourself a good evening, 7-3. Next, we got Victor Echo 1, a Foxtrot Oscar X-Ray. Curtis, come on.
Hey, Victor Echo 1, Charlie Alpha. This is Victor Echo 1, Foxtrot Oscar X-Ray here in 3 Mile Plains. Good evening to you, Rob. Good evening to all the other operators on there ahead of me and the ones that are coming up behind me. Boy, if I had that big weather out there, that big storm, we didn't get too much of it. We got rain, but we had more wind gushes than rain there, Rob. We managed to get through that. So it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. I expected it to be worse. But there you go. Other people got hit pretty hard, but 3 Mile Plains didn't. I guess we might have been one of the lucky ones. Last time we had lots of rain and stuff, then we lost 4 people in it. So good thing it didn't happen this time. With that, we'd like to jump in early because we have problems with those ears, and we're going to have them, I guess, for the rest of our life because no one can seem to do anything with them. So I only can talk so long, and then they start acting kind of queer and kind of giving me migraines. So there we go. Anyways, we said enough. We're going to give it back to you, Rob, for this evening. Thanks for calling me in. Thanks for doing the net. And we'll leave it at that. So Victor Echo 1, Charlie Alpha with the Maritime Fusion Net. Victor Echo 1, Foxtrot Oscar X-Ray here in 3 Mile Plains. Here we go. No teeth, can't talk. 7-3, Rob. Have a great evening.
VE1FOX, VE1C. Okay, Curtis, well, glad to hear you in there this evening, and you take care, 7-3. All right, we're at the bottom of the list, so we're going to start with calling in any stations in Prince Edward Island. Any PEI stations that would like to check into the Maritime Fusion Net, please call now. Any stations that would like to check in from Prince Edward Island, please call now. Okay, now we'll move to New Brunswick. Any New Brunswick stations that would like to check in, please call now.
Victor Echo 9, Golf Charlie.
Echo Alpha.
VE9 OSK.
VE1 Tango United.
MPAL.
ESR.
Okay, I'll list out who we have. There was doubles and there was call signs that flashed up quickly on the screen that I was able to copy. So hopefully we get everybody, but if not, let's see. We'll call them in again. We have VE9 Golf Charlie, VE9 Victor Echo Alpha, VE9 Oscar Sierra Kilo, VE1 Tango United, VE9 Papa Alpha Lima, and VE9 Charlie Sierra Romeo. Any other New Brunswick stations we missed?
Victor Echo 1, Juliet Papa Romeo. Victor Echo 9, Golf Kilo.
Okay, I did Victor Echo 1 Juliet Papa Romeo. Now Victor Echo 9 Golf Kilo. One last try, New Brunswick stations. All right, let's go to the top list of Victor Echo 9 Golf Charlie. Gordon, come on in.
Oh, good evening, Rob. V1C Charlie Alpha, Victor Echo 9, Golf Charlie. Oh, good evening to you, Robert, and everybody else on frequency. My various neighbors coming up there behind me. Not too much to report this evening. Just sort of wanted to pop in, say good evening, and much like Curtis, it was a bit of a non-event here for us on the weekend. We got a fair bit of rain, a little bit of wind, but at the home QTH here, it was basically a non-event, which is, I'm not complaining. Actually got more rain yesterday than we did on Saturday. Anyway, we'll look forward to checking in again next Wednesday night. Probably be from, where am I going to be next Wednesday? In Halifax area. So probably either checking in through one of the HRM repeaters or through the PDN on my handheld. Thanks for doing the net, Robert. Thanks for calling me in, and I hope everybody has a great end of the week and a good weekend coming up, and hopefully I'll see some of you at the Marcy Flea Market on Saturday morning. VE1CA, VE9GC.
VE9GC, VE1CA. Okay, Gordon, thanks for the check-in, and yeah, there wasn't much activity up here for Lee. We were directly in its path, but after it weakened quite a bit after it hit down there on the South Shore. So we were lucky up here, and luckily it wasn't a big storm like it could have been. Thanks for checking in, and have a great evening, 7-3. Next, we got to go all the way up north here. Victor Echo 9, Victor Echo Alpha. Vern, come on in.
Oh, V1 Charlie Alpha. Wednesday Night Fusion Net Control. Good evening, Rob. Good evening to all fine, upstanding hams on frequency there for sure. Well, Rob, we just a little bit, few minutes late getting in, but not too bad. Just 3 or 4 minutes about that late getting in, but we were riding along with it since. Anyhow, nice net you got running there, nice and smooth, and all that good stuff. And Rob, we got a 500 here. We had the darndest time to get the firmware upgrade program into it. I was trying to follow the manual, and a friend of mine was telling me stuff, and he was going by the manual, and none of it was working. So yesterday, I wrote my own manual. I tried it. It was something that popped into my head, and it worked. And we got her going last night. We got DTMF into this thing now. So there you go. You have to update the firmware for the DTMF to work on these bloody things. So there you go, Rob. And we thank you for doing that. Thank you for calling us in one more time and putting up with my folks just one more time. And hopefully we'll be around again next week to grit the airways a little more. Again, 7-3 everybody, 7-3 Rob, bye-bye.
VE1CA. Well, that's great that you got it going there, Vern. I'm sure it was a process. It's been a while since I tried to do a firmware update on a Yazoo radio, but it's not as easy as it could be if they spent the time in the research and development. But yeah, I'm sure they would have fixed it then on anything they're producing now. But the good thing there's a patch for it. That must have been something they overlooked there. But yeah, good to hear you. You're sounding great, and you have yourself a great evening. 7-3. All right, next we're going to go to Victor Echo 9, Oscar Sierra Kilo. Oscar, come on in.
VE1CA, VE9 Oscar Sierra Kilo. Good evening, Rob, and everybody on the Fusion Net tonight. No traffic here. We just cool down period, I guess. That's what's happening. And we're going to have to adjust to that. Of course, the time is going to be changing there on the 23rd, so it's going to switch the darkness and the light in the morning and night there. Thanks for doing that, and thanks for calling me in. 7-3 from Victor Echo 9, Oscar Sierra Kilo in Moncton.
VE9 OSK, VE1CA. All right, Oscar. Well, oh, you just had to tell me that bad news about the time changing. Oh, I just love it when it gets dark so early. It's great. I wish they would just leave it the way it is right now. It gives us the best evening hours out there. But anyway, one day they're going to change it, and my luck, it's going to change to the standard time that's coming up. But anyway, thanks for the check-in, and you have yourself a great evening. 7-3. And next we'll go to Victor Echo 1, Tango United. Dennis, come on in.
VE1 Charlie Alpha. This is VE1 Tango United. Good evening, Rob. Good evening to all on the network. Well, we took made a few preparations for Lee last weekend. In case the power went off, we did a few things inside. Have a couple of antennas outside, and we kind of guide them up in case we got high winds. But it turned out we didn't get very little wind, probably 30 kilometers max, and quite a bit of rain, I guess. But all in all, it was not a problem. And starting to cool down a bit. Evenings are a little cooler, and overnight it's cooler, but not too bad. Other than that, we're just kind of putting in the time and listening to the net. So back to you, Rob. This is VE1 Tango United.
VE1 Tango United, VE1CA. All right, Dennis, well, thanks for the check-in, and have yourself a great evening, 7-3. And now we go to VE9 Papa Alpha Lima. Paul, come on in.
Yeah, VE1CA, this is VE9PAL. How you doing there, Rob, and everybody else on the net? My neighbor Gordon there, I just went by. Yeah, she's starting to get a little dark there. It's only 7:30, she's already starting to get dark. But it's been a fine day today. I guess we're getting a good stretch of sun there till Monday, I think, next week. So might as well enjoy it because we know what's coming later. Anyway, you guys all take care and stay safe. V9PAL.
Oh, VE1PL, VE1CA. All right there, Paul. Thanks for the check-in. And you have yourself a great evening, 7-3. Okay, now this next station is a new one for me unless I copied it down wrong, which that's always a possibility too. I got Victor Echo 9, Charlie Sierra Romeo. Go ahead.
Good evening, VE1CA. This is Victor Echo 9, Charlie Sierra Romeo. My name's Chris, and I'm relatively new to the nets because I'm also relatively new to ham. My first net on the Maritime Fusion was last week, I believe, and we had a lot of fun with that. I don't really have much to say today other than, wow, that was some hurricane. We had a power outage for about 28 hours or so, roughly, and that's really all I got to report. So I'm going to say 7-3 to everybody that's on the net tonight that can hear me, and I guess I'll clear the net saying my call sign, which is VE9 CSR.
Oh, VE9 Charlie Sierra Romeo, VE1C. Okay, Chris, well, let's welcome aboard to the hobby. Great to be able to meet you here and get you checked into my logbook there. Yeah, I was coming up with no name or anything, so first time. So, yeah, you're really going to enjoy the hobby, and hopefully hear you again next week, 7-3. Next is a Victor Echo 1, Juliet Papa Romeo. Pat, come on in.
VE1 Charlie Alpha and the net, Victor Echo 1, Juliet Papa Romeo. Nothing really much to report here, Rob. Doing a little bit of tidying up all week, rather, but fall's coming. I'm just looking here, somebody in one of the Facebook groups. My Lord, what a lovely picture of a bald eagle with its wings spread and the beautiful color fall leaves behind it. So that's what we got to look forward to, I guess. Some nice colors and maybe a little cooler weather. So hopefully you'll cool down the bedroom at night and be able to get some sleep. So 7-3 to all. Everybody stay safe and healthy, and have a great rest of the week. Today being hump day, I guess. So Victor Echo 1, Juliet Papa Romeo.
VE1 Juliet Papa Romeo, VE1C. Okay, Pat, well, thanks for checking in, and you have yourself a great evening, 7-3. Okay, next is a Victor Echo 9 Golf Kilo. Glenn, come on in.
VE1CA, this is Victor Echo 9 Golf Kilo. Glenn and Pedicodiac there. Good evening, Rob, and good evening to everybody on the Westcom Fusion out there. Good evening to Pat, Chris, and Paul, and the others here that came before me. Nice to hear them on there. No real traffic here, Rob. We're just following along with the net there and getting ready to transfer over to the Maritime net there as well. Anyway, I'll turn it back to you. Thanks for calling me in, and thanks for doing the net. VE9GK, back to net control. 73 all around.
VE9GK, VE1CA. All right, Glenn. Well, thanks for the check-in, and you have yourself a great evening, 7-3. Okay, now we're going to go over to Nova Scotia. Any Nova Scotia stations that would like to check in, please call now.
Victor Echo 1, Golf Papa.
Victor Echo 1, Juliet, Whiskey V1, JW.
Victor Echo 1, Echo Papa Delta.
Victor Echo 1, November Romeo Lima.
Victor Echo 1, Golf Uniform Yankee, V1GUY.
Okay, so far I got Victor Echo 1 Zulu Bravo, Victor Echo 1 Golf Papa, Victor Echo 1 Juliet Whiskey, Victor Echo 1 Echo Papa Delta, Victor Echo 1 November Romeo Lima, and Victor Echo 1 Golf Uniform Yankee. Any other Nova Scotia stations we missed? Okay, hear nothing. We didn't miss anyone. That's a record right there. Hi. VE1 Zulu Bravo. Mike, come on in.
VE1 Charlie Alpha. VE1 Zulu Bravo. Good evening, Robert. Keeping all the net seems to be rolling pretty good, which is good to hear. I've been listening since you started up. Busy day here. Worked out in the garage all afternoon. I don't know which hobby is more expensive, the amateur radio hobby or old truck hobby. Anyways, nothing further from here. VE1 Zulu Bravo.
VE1 Zulu Bravo, VE1 Charlie Alpha. All right there, Mike. Yeah, that could be a tough one. Both, any hobby, pretty much any hobby can get pretty expensive. Yeah, but that's looking good. Trucks come along really nice. Can't wait to see it all together there, Mike. Thanks for the check-in, and you have yourself a great evening, 7-3. And next we're going to go to Victor Echo 1 Golf Papa. Gordon, come on in.
Victor Echo 1 Charlie Alpha, VE1 GP. Good evening, Rob. Nice sounding net tonight, really good signal. Not a lot to report here. Hurricane Lee was kind of a nothing burger around here. According to the weather map, it went right over the house, but it didn't amount to very much. But today we're having heat pumps installed, so it looks like the hurricane did come here after all. Anyway, it's nice to be part of your net there, Rob. Nice to listen to everyone. 7-3, Victor Echo 1 Golf Papa.
VE1 Golf Papa, VE1 CA. All right, Gordon. Well, glad to hear it wasn't too bad up your way, or down your way there. Good stuff. Thanks for checking in. And 7-3. Next is Victor Echo 1 Juliet Whiskey. Eric, come on in.
Yeah, good evening, Robert. Good net going so far there. Yeah, well, we survived the storm pretty well unscathed. No power outages. Had a power outage the next day, but lasted all of about 2 minutes, I think. And that was not due to the storm. I think somebody hit a pole. There was rumors that it was a car accident. Somebody took off a pole. I think it was just when they put the power back on, they switched this off, and when they reconnected everybody else, they put it back on again. It was only off for a couple of minutes, but we survived the whole storm with no power outage. A few flickers, but lots of wind damage, I guess. We got lots of branches down and cleaning up and burning bits and pieces of branches and sticks in the burning barrel. And an arborist was here today, the next door neighbor, so I got him to come over look at mine. He's done some work for me before, and there's a couple of trees. There was a big branch that broke off, and we decided we'll take them down. They're just garbage trees anyway. They're not anything too fancy, but take them down and clean up some of the other brush and grind it up for me. So that'll make him get two jobs in one driveway. So that'll work out good. And he can get things all fixed up in one trip. So that'll be good. Won't have to travel so much. So other than that, we're just listening with interest, Robert. V1 CA, V1 JW.
VE1 JW, VE1 CA. All right, Eric, thanks for the check-in, and you have yourself a great evening, 7-3. Next, we got Victor Echo 1 Echo Papa Delta. Edwin, come on in.
VE1 CA, VE1 EPD. Well, not much going on. A little bit this morning. Went to the airport and back, and this afternoon was nice and fine, so had a fine day. And nothing for you, net. I'm just giving you another mark for the book. VE1 CA, VE1 EPD, 7-3.
VE1EPD, VE1CA. All right, Edwin. Well, thanks for the check-in, and you have yourself a great evening. 7-3. Next is Victor Echo 1, November, Romeo, Lima. Norman, come on in.
Yeah, good evening, VE1 Charlie Alpha, Victor Echo 1, November, Romeo, Lima. Yeah, I was just mowing the lawn there earlier and noticed some really big piles of scat there under the apple trees. I guess I got a bear coming around, so then he must be big, 'cause what he's leaving behind is big. So yeah, I guess we gotta keep an eye out there. It must have been a couple days ago there now, but yeah, we quite deep in the woods here, so I guess that's to be expected. Anyway, yeah, just glad to hear everybody in there tonight, and wait to hear some more come in. Sounds like a great night going on tonight. Wish everyone a good one. 7-3. V1CA, V1NRL.
VE1NRL, VE1CA. All right, Norman, thanks for checking in, and you have yourself a great evening. 7-3. Next is Victor Echo 1, Golf Uniform Yankee. Joe, come on in.
VE1CA, Charlie Alpha. This is Victor Echo 1, Golf Uniform Yankee. Yeah, good evening there, Rob. Good evening to everyone here on the Fusion and the Net here tonight. Yeah, it's been a real good day here today. Went to a funeral today, went for one last week. Both relations. One was my cousin's husband, and this one today was my cousin's brother. So, I guess there was two cousins, and Sunday we got a next door neighbor, and have a funeral there. So, anywho, I guess they popping off like hotcakes, like they say. And I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I got 8 animals just feeding on the grass there right now. So it was 5 or 6 out of the day, but I see 8 is turning in there tonight. So there's cars once in a while come by, and pizza bowl in here, and all that stuff. So anyway, good to see them, but they can be a nuisance by times. But anyway, a couple of them good sized ones. Yeah, 4 of them pretty good size. The other ones last year's and this year's calves. So anyway, well, thanks for calling me in there, Rob. Enjoy what's rest of the evening. There's something else I was going to mention, but I thought maybe Brad might be here tonight, and Rob V1RCC wanted to give Brad an email if he knew his email. So anyway, thanks for calling me in. V1GUY going clear.
VE1GUI, VE1CA. All right, Joe. Well, thanks for checking in, and you are the last on the list. So if Brad's there to come back on back here with the email address, I'll take a pause here, or if not, maybe we'll get him on the second round.
VE1 Charlie Alpha, VE1 Zulu X-Ray here on the 2 Island repeater here, Rob, and I did talk to Rob today there, but yeah, there it's my call, VE1 Zulu X-Ray at mail.com. That's my call, V1ZX at mail.com there. Over. And I'll pass it back to Rob here. And Rob, thanks for doing the net. Thanks for checking me in there. V1CA, Maritime Net, V1.
V1 Zulu X-Ray, VE1CA. All right, Brad. Well, hey, we got you on the list there, so that's great. And thanks for letting that gentleman know. Joe, did you copy that?
Yes, I did, Brad. Brad, is it mail.com or gmail.com? Over.
Yeah, just mail, Joe, and very good evening to you and Rachel.
Okay, I'll get a hold of Fred and I'll get a hold of Rob and I'll let him know that then. Alrighty then, I sent a little email to you at gmail.com and just want to know if you got that and just wondering if that was your email. So anyway, okay then, I'll get a hold of Rob and let him know. See you later, V1GUR, and thanks Rob for letting me come back in.
V1GY, V1C, no problem at all there, Joe, and you have yourself a good evening there again. And 7-3. Okay, now that we have the first round of the Maritimes, we're going to open up to anybody outside the Maritimes that would like to come in here to the Maritime Fusion Net. Please call now.
Victor Echo 9 Hotel Victor Mobile, V9 HV Mobile.
Victor Alpha 6 Foxtrot Papa, VA6 FP.
Okay, I got a VE9 Hotel Victor Mobile and a Victor Alpha 6 Foxtrot Papa. Any other stations outside the Maritimes? Okay, VE9 Hotel Victor. Rod, come on in.
Yeah, Victor Echo 1 Charlie Alpha, Victor Echo 9 Hotel Victor Mobile here. Good evening to you and good evening to everybody on the net. Sorry about cutting in there. Normally I'd wait for the second round of New Brunswick. But yeah, I'm very short on time here. I'm mobile and where I'm headed, I won't be able to check in. But yeah, not much going on here. Just getting things done and enjoying the week there. Have a great week, everybody. 7-3, back to you, V1CA, V9 HB Mobile.
V9 HB, VE1C. Okay, Rod. Well, thanks for the check-in there, and have a good evening, 7-3. And next we'll go to Victor Alpha 6 Foxtrot Papa. Francis, come on in.
VE1CA for the Maritime Fusion Net from VA6FP in Wainwright, Alberta. Good evening to you, Robert, and good evening to everyone back home in the Maritimes. Glad to hear that Hurricane Lee wasn't as bad as expected and was much kinder to you folks in the Maritimes. You've had your fair share of those storms, so hopefully you won't see too much more in between now and the end of the hurricane season. Just want to make a quick mention there. I may have misunderstood, but I think someone had mentioned earlier about the time change coming up. The time change to standard time doesn't occur till Sunday, November the 5th, so there's a bit of time yet. So enjoy the daylight while we have it before it's gone. It won't be long before we'll be looking at some much shorter days. Other than that, Rob, no other traffic. Thanks very much for doing the net, letting us check in. We'll say, hope everyone has a great week ahead. We'll say 7-3 all around. VE1CA from VA6FP.
Yeah, VA6FP, VE1C. All right, Francis, yes. And I did look that up because I was like, man, it just seems too early. And yeah, sure enough, we got a little bit of time. We got a little bit of time there before we're plunged into darkness, which I hate. And what is coming up is the first day of fall, on the 23rd. That must be, yeah, Saturday. Oh my, where has the time gone? Anyway, fall's a nice time of year, so we're looking forward to that. Maybe not so much what comes after fall, but hey, we'll take that too. All right, thanks for checking in, and you have yourself a great evening, 7-3. And now that we're at the bottom of the list, we're going to go back up to, let's see, Prince Edward Island, and see if we can haul some Islanders in here now. Any station from PEI that would like to check in, please call now.
Victor Yankee 2, Golf Foxtrot.
We got VY2 Golf Foxtrot. Any other stations from PEI? All right, VY2 Golf Foxtrot. Just you in there, George. Come on in.
Well, good evening, Robert, and everybody on the net, and thank you for doing the net. Well, it was an eventful day. I was the pallbearer at a funeral. The lady was within 1 month of being 106, and I grew up about a half a mile from where her family farm was, and going to school in Charlottetown. If I needed to drive home on Friday evenings, well, Ola was always available. Anyway, other than that, things are pretty quiet here, so I hope everybody has a good week, and we'll look forward to next Wednesday in the Fusion Net at Yankee 2 Golf Foxtrot.
VY2 Golf Foxtrot, VE1CA. All right, George. Well, thanks for the check-in. Sorry to hear about the passing there of your friend. Yeah, again, thanks for checking in, and have a good evening. 7-3. Okay, now we're going to go back to New Brunswick. New Brunswick stations that we didn't get the first round. See if we can get a few more. Please call now.
Victor Echo 9, Lima Echo November, VE9LEN.
Victor Echo 9, Charlie Uniform Bravo. Victor Echo 9, Charlie Uniform Bravo.
Okay, so far I got VE9 Lima Echo November, VE9 Charlie Uniform Bravo. Any other New Brunswick stations? Okay, not hearing any more. We'll go to the top of the list of Victor Echo 9 Lima Echo November. Len, come on in.
Yeah, VE1 Charlie Alpha, VE9N returning. Good evening to you there, Robert, and to everybody else on frequency tonight. I just checked in the Maritime Net, so while I was waiting. So, yeah, well, we're located here in Shediac, and not much to add. We had a little sprinkle here and there different times today, but not much. I don't even think we got a millimeter of a little bit of sprinkle. So, and outside of that, well, not much else to add. So we're looking forward to have a little bit of more sunshine maybe tomorrow and Friday, so I can cut my lawn. So anyway, that's it from here. So back to you, Robert. Thanks for doing the net. Victor Echo 9, Lima Echo November, 7-3, everybody.
VE9 Lima Echo November, VE1CA. All right there, Len. Thanks for checking in, and you have yourself a good evening, 7-3. And next we got Victor Echo 9, Charlie Uniform Bravo. Don, come on in.
Victor Echo 1, Charlie Alpha. This is Victor Echo 9, Charlie Uniform Bravo here on handheld. Good evening, Rob, and good evening to everybody on the Fusion Net tonight. No real traffic, just to check in and say hi. It's hump day today, Wednesday, so thought I'd just wish everybody a great week so far and a safe and productive week for the remainder of the week. So with that, Rob, I'll give it back to you. Victor Echo 1, Charlie Alpha. This is Victor Echo 9, Charlie Uniform Bravo. Thanks, Rob, for doing the net and, of course, calling me in.
VE9CUV, VE1C. Okay, Don, thanks for checking in, and have yourself a good evening, 7-3. Okay, bottom of the list there, so now we're going to go to round 2 of Nova Scotia. Any more Nova Scotia stations that want to check in, please call now.
Victor Echo 1, Juliet Bravo Lima.
Okay, I have VE1JBL. Any other Nova Scotia stations, please call now. All right, VE1JBL, VE1CA. Come on in, Jim.
VE1 Charlie Alpha, the Maritime Fusion Net from VE1 JBL. Good evening, Robert, and all on frequency there. Just checked in here, Robert, out in the garage here, and got the HF rig on one side and the Fusion Net on the other side. So just listening in here. So thanks very much for doing the net, and we'll be chatting with you. Look forward to the recap after the net is over there. So 7-3 for now. VE1 Charlie Alpha and the Maritime Fusion Net from VE1 JBL, Jim out Tignish Bridge, Nova Scotia, 7-3.
Yeah, VE1 JBL, VE1C. Okay, Jim, good to hear you in there. You have yourself a great evening, 7-3. Okay, we're now at the bottom of the list again for Nova Scotia, so we're going to open it up to stations anywhere. Stations inside, outside the Maritimes. Please call now. Okay, not hearing anything, then I guess we're going to move to last call. Last call for any stations anywhere that would like to check into the Maritime Fusion Net, please call now.
Victor Echo 9, Mike Tango Victor Mobile, VE9 MTV Mobile.
Victor Echo 9, Romeo Sierra Hotel, VE9 RSH.
Okay, I got VE9 MTV and VE9 RSH. VE9 MTV Mobile, come on in.
Yeah, Victor Echo 1 Charlie Alpha with the Maritime Fusion Net, VE9 MTV Mobile. Good evening, Robert. Good evening to everybody on the net. Just got in the vehicle there and turned the radio on, and you were calling last call, so I thought I'd better get in here and say hi to everybody. And was at my daughter's place for supper, so just got out, and I almost missed the net there. So yeah, was not at my QTH, so I'm coming through the Moncton Fusion repeater. And so I say hi there, and have yourself a good week, and don't forget the Moncton Flea Market on Saturday, 7-3 to all, VE1CA, VE9 MTV Mobile.
Oh, VE9 MTV, VE1CA. All right, Mike. Yeah, thanks for that that reminder about the flea market as well. I should have mentioned that at the start of the net. It kind of slipped there. That's good, and glad you made it in there in time. Safe travels, and 7-3. Next we got Victor Echo 9, Romeo Sierra Hotel, Ridge. Come on in.
VE1CA, VE9 RSH. Good to hear you, Rob, and good to hear everybody on the net tonight. Just out in the little township of Salisbury here, out visiting, well, my wife's out visiting a cousin, getting some pictures from an old photo album, and just happened to be sitting here in the driveway, and I turned the net on, and lo and behold, everybody was there. Anyways, good to hear everybody on the net, and just give you another slate or another mark for the slate or for the book, and not much else to report.
and I'll turn it back to you. This is VE9 RSH. VE9 RSH, VE1CA. All right, Reg. Well, thanks for checking in, and you have yourself a good evening, 7-3. All right, that is on the list. We'll issue last call again. Last call for anybody that would like to check in to the Maritime Fusion Net. Please call now. Okay, one more try. Last call. Anyone, anywhere for the Maritime Fusion Net. Please call now. Okay, well, we had 28 check-ins there this evening, including myself. I'd like to thank all the amateurs for checking in tonight. Also want to thank the owners of the repeaters and nodes who linked in tonight for helping us expand the area for local hams to check in. For more information about the Maritime Fusion Net, go to the Moncton Area ARC website at www.mikealpha-romeo-charlie.charliealpha and click on Club Activities/Nets. Now the net is concluded. The CQ Maritimes room is now open for general use. This is Victor Echo 1 Charlie Alpha signing off. Good night, all.